नमस्कार दोस्तों, मुझे उम्मीद है आप सब अच्छे से होंगे। एक बार की बात है, हर घर में 5 दिए खुशी खुशी जला करते थे। पर जब 2 महीने से ये कोरोना का बादल आया तो जो उत्साह का दिया है, 60 दिनों के बाद उत्साह के दिए ने बोला, इस समय में मैं इतना जलकर अपनी रोशनी लोगों के घरों में बिखेर रहा हूँ, पर किसी को मेरी कोई कदर नहीं। यह सोचकर वह बुझ गया। उसे देखकर कुछ देर बाद शांति का दिया। उसने सोचा कि चारों ओर इतनी अशांति फैली हुई है। इस अशांति के होते हुए के प्रेजेंस में मेरी शांति की लौ को कोई तवज्जो नहीं दे रहा। जब सारी तरफ अशांति है और उत्साह ने भी अपनी लौ बुझा दी, तो क्यों ना मैं भी अपनी लौ बुझा दूं। तो ये सोचते सोचते शांति का दिया भी बुझ जाता है। अब उत्साह और शांति का यह निराशाजनक हाल देखकर हिम्मत का दिया था वो भी बुझ गया। हिम्मत के दिए के बुझने के बाद जब उत्साह, शांति और हिम्मत तीनों ने अपना लौ बुझा दिया, तो जो स्मृति का दिया था, जो इन तीनों की प्रेजेंस में रहता है, उसने भी अपनी लौ को बुझा दिया। पर इन पांचों दियों के अलग अलग साइजेस में जो सबसे छोटा दिया था वो जलता रहा, लगातार जलता रहा। उसी घर में थोड़ी देर के बाद एक बच्चा भागता हुआ, खेलता हुआ उस घर में आया और उस एक दिए को जलते हुए देख वो बहुत खुश हो गया। उसने उसी दिए से बाकी के चारों दिए जलाए और हंसी खुशी डांस करने लगा। यह 5वां दिया दोस्तों था उम्मीद का। उत्साह, शांति, हिम्मत, समृद्धि के जाने के बाद भी यह उम्मीद है जिस पर दुनिया कायम है। अगर उम्मीद का दिया रोशन है तो सब कुछ खत्म होने के बाद भी हम नई शुरुआत कर सकते हैं। उम्मीद दोस्तों इंसान की सबसे बड़ी ताकत है। उसके ज्ञान, विज्ञान, तकनीक, पैसे के आगे उम्मीद ही है जो हमें मुश्किलों से निकलने की मार्ग दिखाती है। यही उम्मीद हमें अंधेरों से उजाले की तरफ ले जाती है। यही उम्मीद हमें नाकामयाबी से कामयाबी की ओर ले जाती है। इसी उम्मीद ने, मोहित जी ने और संकीर्तन टीवी ने आज मुझे आप सबके बीच में एक नई शुरुआत करने के लिए चुन लिया। आप सबका इस समय संकीर्तन टीवी के लाइव चैनल पर जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अगर आपके मन में कोई भी प्रश्न आए तो प्लीज़ आप कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख दें। जैसे जैसे ये सेशन हम आगे बढ़ाते जाएंगे, हम उसके आंसर्स ज़रूर कोशिश करेंगे कि आपके सभी सवालों के जवाब हम दे दें। हम सभी जीना चाहते हैं दोस्तों, और लंबी उम्र के साथ स्वस्थ जिंदगी। तो क्या चाहते हैं हम, लिविंग मोर और लिविंग बेटर? ये चॉइस हमारी है। सिर्फ और सिर्फ आज हमने इस बारे में चॉइस करना है। लिविंग लॉन्गर विद अ बेटर लाइफ, दिस इज द मोटो ऑफ लाइफ। 2013 में जापान के अंदर 65 साल और 65 साल से उम्र के बड़े लोगों में एक स्टडी की गई और ये अध्ययन करने के बाद पाया गया कि जो लोग दिन में 2 बार ब्रश करते हैं, हर 6 महीनों में अपने दांतों का चेकअप कराते हैं और जो मिसिंग दांत हैं उनको रिप्लेस करा लेते हैं, चाहे वो रिमूवेबल डेंचर से, चाहे फिक्स डेंचर से, चाहे इम्प्लांट से, जैसे इम्प्लांट, ब्रिज या डेंचर, वो बाकी लोगों के कंपैरिजन में 46% ज़्यादा जीते हैं। इसका मतलब इस स्टडी से ये जाहिर हुआ कि मोर द नंबर ऑफ टीथ लेस इज द मोर्टेलिटी रेट। इस स्टडी ने यह भी कंफर्म किया कि दांतों की प्रेजेंस पर, चाहे वो नकली हो या असली हो, मोर्टेलिटी रिस्क डिपेंड करता है। सो दैट मीन्स mortality risk is reduced with the number of teeth, provided we are following all the 3 aspects of oral health, which means toothbrushing, regular appointment with the dentist for professional cleaning, and getting our missing teeth replaced, maybe with the removable option or with the fixed option. But अब ये सवाल उठता है कि ऐसे कैसे, ये तो हमें नहीं पता था। What is this mouth and body connection? ओरल हेल्थ से हमारी बाकी के बॉडी के सिस्टम्स को क्या फर्क पड़ता है, आइए आज हम इस टॉक के दौरान ये सब जानते हैं। क्या हम अच्छा जी पाते हैं अगर हमारी ओरल हेल्थ अच्छी हो, सिर्फ इसी बात से? नहीं, ये कैसे है कि एक छोटी सी कैविटी हमारे हार्ट डिजीज को भी कॉज कर सकती है या ब्रेन की हेल्थ को भी अफेक्ट कर सकती है? हाउ इज इट दैट टीथ आर सच प्रीशियस ऑर्गन्स दैट आर क्रिटिकल इन फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द होल बॉडी? हाउ डज द स्टफ अराउंड टीथ एंड गम्स एक्चुअली अफेक्ट अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी? क्यों? क्योंकि हर दांत के चारों तरफ छोटी छोटी बारीक फाइबर्स हैं जो उस मसूड़े को दांत की तरफ स्नगली पुल करके रखती हैं. दिस टाइट सील keeps the elements and the microbes away from entering into the systemic tissue of the body. But क्या ये elements और microbes अगर पास कर जाएं इस टिश्यू को तो ये हमारे किस सिस्टम को हैम्पर करेंगी जिसकी वजह से हमें हार्ट डिजीज, एल्जाइमर्स, प्रेगनेंसी, एडवर्स प्रेगनेंसी आउटकम्स हो जाएंगे? हेल्दी माउथ में ये सील टाइट होती है तो कुछ भी कीटाणु या खाने का पदार्थ ब्लड स्ट्रीम के थ्रू हमारे सिस्टम में नहीं जा सकता. वेरेज जब हमें मसूड़ों की बीमारी होती है या गम डिजीज होता है, दिस सील गेट्स वीकन्ड एंड द एलिमेंट्स और माइक्रोब्स कैन पास थ्रू द गम इनटू द ब्लड स्ट्रीम. एंड जैसे ही ये माइक्रोब्स हम ब्लड स्ट्रीम के थ्रू हमारे ओरल टिश्यूज के अंदर इन्वेट करते हैं, उसके बाद 3 चीजें होती हैं जिसको हम 3 आइज के जैसे जान सकते हैं. सबसे पहले होता है इन्फेक्शन, फिर होता है इंजरी और फिर होता है इन्फ्लेमेशन. इन 3 आइज को कम्बैट करने के लिए हम डेंटल केयर के 3 C's बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस टॉक सीख जाएंगे. इन्फेक्शन कैसे होता है? जो बैक्टीरिया माउथ में प्रेजेंट हैं वो ब्लड स्ट्रीम के थ्रू दे कैन पास और रीच टू एनी साइट इन द बॉडी वाया द ब्लड वेसल्स विच विल कॉज द इन्फेक्शन. बट इंजरी कैसे होएगी ब्लड स्ट्रीम से? द मोमेंट दीज बैक्टीरिया आर इन द ब्लड स्ट्रीम दे रिलीज सर्टेन टॉक्सिन्स कॉल्ड एक्सोटॉक्सिन्स. These exotoxins can injure our tissues, and when these invaded bacteria are into the bloodstream and into the tissues, they elicit the immune response in the body. This immune response leads to the inflammatory response, which can be because of increase in temperature, injury, or infection. So that is how the bacterial invasion into the oral cavity leads to injury, infection, and inflammation. अब इन तीनों चीजों को रोकेंगे अगर हम, तो ओरल डिजीज तो रुकेगा ही, साथ साथ हमारा सिस्टमिक डिजीज भी रुक जाएगा. अब ये हम इसके अंदर क्या हो क्या जाता है कि where do these bacteria actually come from in the mouth and they lead to such diseases? हमारे माउथ के अंदर एक माइक्रो एनवायरनमेंट है which hosts different kind of bacterial population which are residing on different places in the mouth, such as they can reside on tongue, on the palate, on teeth, in between the teeth and the neck and the gums, also on the neck of the tooth. So that means all those microorganisms which are present in the oral cavity make up for the oral microbiota. And this oral microbiota or oral microbiome is a collection of bacteria that can affect the progression of health or it may even lead to the progression of disease. But do we all know कि अगर 60% लोग हमारे देश में या कंट्री में या पूरे वर्ल्ड में हार्ट डिजीज या डायबिटीज से सफ़र कर रहे हैं तो ये सिचुएशन हमें एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है. बट उसी के साथ साथ अगर वही परसेंटेज के लोग यानी कि 60% के लोग गम डिजीज से सफ़र कर रहे हैं या दांतों की प्रॉब्लम से सफ़र कर रहे हैं जो कि आगे दूसरी डिजीजेस को ट्रिगर कर रही है, देन इट इज़ एक्सेप्टेबल टू अस. वाई? क्यों? हमें हमारे लिए जानना ज़रूरी है कि ओरल डिजीज़ को हम आज इतनी इम्पोर्टेंस क्यों नहीं दे रहे, वेयर ओरल डिजीज़ इज़ वन ऑफ द रीजंस विच लीड्स टू हार्ट डिजीजेस, which leads to brain, which hampers the brain health, may cause Alzheimer's, which gives us adverse pregnancy outcomes such as low birth weight babies, such as preeclampsia, premature delivery of the babies, but we are not putting our concern on it. डायबिटीज़ के पेशेंट में गम डिजीज़ हाथ से हाथ थामे चलता है. अगर डायबिटीज़ बढ़ जाए तो गम डिजीज़ और ज़्यादा एग्रेवेट हो जाता है, और अगर गम डिजीज़ है तो 60% मोर चांसेस हैं आपको कि आप डायबिटिक हो जाएंगे. 1993 में लो एच नाम के साइंटिस्ट, रिसर्चर, डेंटिस्ट ने एक बहुत ही प्रसिद्ध डेंटल जर्नल में ये पब्लिश कर दिया था कि डायबिटीज़ की पेरिडोंटल डिजीज़ यानी कि गम डिजीज़ इज़ द 6th मेजर कॉम्प्लिकेशन ऑफ डायबिटीज़. और हम लोग डायबिटीज़ की तरह गम डिजीज़ को भी मिसमैच डिजीज़ बोलते हैं. क्यों हम इसको मिसमैच डिजीज बोलते हैं? इसका कारण सिंपल ये है कि बहुत पहले हिस्टोरिकल टाइम्स में डायबिटीज या पेरिडोंटल डिजीज या नाम की चीजें एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती थी। क्यों एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती थी? उस समय खाना डिफरेंट था। पर जब वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 हुई और सोल्जर्स को प्रोसेस्ड फूड मिलने लगा, बिस्किट के पैकेट, नमकीन, ये सब जाने लगा, तो दे स्टार्टेड ईटिंग दैट एसिडिक फूड और प्रोसेस्ड फूड। उसके बाद दे स्टार्टेड हैविंग लॉट्स ऑफ कैविटीज एंड गम डिजीजेस इन द माउथ, एंड देन आर्मी डिसाइडेड कि ऑल दी सोल्जर्स हु आर ऑन द बैटलफील्ड हैव टू ब्रश देयर टीथ, एंड सिंस देन स्टार्टेड द evolution of brush, and we all are following it, because the gum diseases, they have developed in the modern era with the evolution in the dietary habits which we are having today. When the soldiers started brushing the teeth, they found that there are less number of cavities happening and the gum diseases was under control. Whenever we swallow into the mouth, from the mouth into the gut, we swallow so many bacteria, fungi, viruses into the stomach, and our gut receives approximately 140 billion of microorganisms per day. That means oral microbiota is also looking after the gut microbiota. जब हमारा 70% immune system is located in the gut, so the gut microbiome plays a big role in the immunity, but it is indirectly or directly affected by the oral microbiome. यह immunity ना सिर्फ हमें cold, flu या किसी वायरल इन्फेक्शन से फाइट करने के लिए जरूरी है, बट इस इम्यूनिटी के अंदर जो ओरल कैविटी के अंदर पैथोजेंस हैं विच हैव द कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ कॉजिंग अ डिजीज सच एज हार्ट डिजीज, एथेरोस्क्लेरोसिस, एल्जाइमर्स विद ब्रेन डिजीजेस, प्रीटर्म लो बर्थ वेट बेबीज इन प्रेगनेंसी आउटकम्स. So these all things happen because of the pathogens which are present in the oral cavity and which invade the systemic tissues of the body. Now, what are the 7 steps to have the healthy oral microbiome? Let us first reset our diet. Let us aim for a mineral rich, veggie rich diet. A mineral rich diet से हमारा मतलब है कि जिस डाइट, जैसे कि कोकोनट इज वेरी रिच इन मिनरल्स विच वी कैनॉट गेट फ्रॉम द आर्टिफिशियल डाइट और अ कुक्ड डाइट. अ वेजी रिच डाइट और अ क्रिस्पी fruit like apple, crispy vegetable like carrot, they are self-cleansing. They clean the plaque from the tooth surfaces and provide the fresh breath to our mouth. They have a self-cleansing action. We should have diet which is low in carbohydrates. We should have diet with healthy proteins. We should eat raw vegetables, leafy greeny vegetables such as lettuce, spinach, beans. We should cook our food in coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, which are all plant-based oil. And we should take carbohydrates or fats which are from the grass-fed dairy, यानी कि जो हरा चारा गाय और भैंस खाती है उससे जो हमें बटर और घी मिलता है वो वाली बटर या घी हमें लेना है instead of the chemically processed butters. And you can also consider chewing on a sugar-free chewing gum, such as the chewing gum which contains xylitol, which remineralizes your tooth. But be careful while disposing these chewing gums. You have to be very, very careful because these chewing gums are very harmful for our pets, such as cats and dogs. Don't fill your plate with more than 15% of carbohydrates, like white bread, pasta. That should only contain the minimum amount of carbohydrates. Your meal should have minimum amount of carbohydrates. Don't try to eat candies, cookies, desserts every day. You can allow yourself one cheat day in a week for such kind of diet because they make your oral environment acidic. Avoid drinking lots of soda, fruit juices or alcohol. Don't have it for a longer period of time. You can have it for a smaller intervals or off and on. Now, step number 2, after resetting our diet, we have to go to the step number 2. Step number 2 is avoid mouth breathing. My dear friends, if you sleep with the mouth open or you face these issues like dry mouth during sleep, please get it corrected. To cut down on the dry mouth issues, you have to cut down on the dry mouth issues during sleep, because this zone of dry mouth is very, very much prone to the cavities. It makes your teeth cavity prone. It leads to the dryness. So you have to keep yourself hydrated. Next most important point is you have to floss and brush every day. You have to floss and brush twice a day, every day. And if you're having starchy or sticky diet, please again brush your teeth 35 to 40 minutes after having such kind of diet. This was step number 3. Step number 4 is don't skip your professional cleaning. Until and unless you're eating 100% vegetarian, non-cooked, starchy-free diet, then you may skip, because those are self-cleansing diet, but which is very rare to happen in these days. So it is vital for the microbiome management. You have to get your professional cleaning done by any dentist around your home or your own family dentist every 6 months. This manages the oral microenvironment with the various microorganisms which are good for your health. Do tongue scraping every time you brush. That means tongue cleaning and tongue scraping is a must. Every time you brush, it will give you so many benefits. It enhances the flavor of food. It improves your immune system. It improves your digestion. It prevents the cavities. It gets you rid of bad breath. And moreover, the area which is more collectively known for the microorganism collection is the tongue. So if you are scraping your tongue, you are getting rid of more than 70% of the microorganisms from your oral cavity. Ditch the overuse of mouthwash. All the alcohol-based mouthwash dry your mouth and set the stage for bacterial overgrowth. So do not use the mouthwash on a regular basis. Please only use it if your dentist has recommended you. Do not buy or purchase your mouthwash on your friend's recommendation or looking after a media ad. Mouthwashes are all to be used after a dentist recommendation or on a prescription. And try oil pulling with the coconut oil. 1 to 3 minutes of oil pulling every day maintains the microbial diversity in the mouth. But try not to spit. You always have to spit this coconut oil into the trash, and do not spit into your basin. Spitting in the basin may lead to clogging of your pipes. Now let us come to how to brush our teeth. First of all, we will take the toothbrush, wet it with the water, and take a small dollop of toothpaste on it. While placing the toothpaste on a toothbrush, try and put a pea-sized toothpaste over the toothbrush and try to place the toothpaste within the bristles of the teeth. If you are placing the toothpaste like this, that is of help. That means it has gone within the bristles of the teeth. Placing the toothpaste over the toothbrush in such a manner, the moment you take it in the mouth, more than 70% of the toothpaste goes waste. So this is a wrong way to place a toothpaste. The toothpaste should always go within the bristles of the tooth and reach there. Once you are done with that, this is the ideal way to place the toothpaste over the toothbrush. And then for the upper teeth, whenever you're brushing your upper teeth, the bristles will face upwards. And when you're brushing the lower teeth, the bristles will face downwards. So we look after the upper teeth. Aim your bristles, the point of the bristles at the gum line. Once you have aimed the bristles at the gum line, tilt your bristle at a 45-degree angle so that there is a 45-degree angle formation between the bristle and the long axis of the tooth. At a time, you can brush maximum of 2 teeth or 3 teeth. So my brush is coming from back, but it has to come in this manner while you brush. So when you put your toothbrush like this, so you have to swiggle the bristle tip between the gum and the teeth with 10 to 20 to and fro motion. 10 to 20 to and fro, gently swiggle it between the gum and the teeth so that the food which is stuck between the gums and the teeth gets dislodged. After giving 10 to 20 to and fro motions, you rotate it and circularly and bring it on the occlusal surface downwards. So this helps eliminating all the bacteria and the food particles which are lodged here. When you come forward, reach forward, you will find this tooth called canine here. From the canine, you will never brush on top of the canine, whereas half of the canine will be taken care with the back teeth and half of the canine will be taken care with the front teeth in this manner. So front portion of the canine is taken care with the front teeth and back portion of the canine is taken care with the back teeth. While you are brushing these teeth, at every point of time you will be giving 10 to 20 to and fro motions, a very gentle to and fro motions between the gum and the teeth. Swiggle the toothbrush there, 10 to 20 to and fro motions, and then rotate it downwards. For the upper teeth, rotate it downwards. Similarly, you will do it for the upper teeth. 10 to 20 to and fro motions, rotate it and bring it downwards. In the same manner, you will place the toothbrush at a 45-degree angle on the inner surface of the palate, and 10 to 20 motions and rotate it outwards. When you are doing for the lower teeth, you hold the brush in a manner with the bristles facing downward, aim at the gum line, 10 to 20 gentle strokes, and tilt it upwards. After giving these strokes, for the lower front teeth, use the base of the tooth bristle and place it in this manner. See. Swiggle the toothbrush between the gum line and the tooth and bring it upwards. After you have brought it upwards, don't take it down back, just lift it up and keep it back, so that you are doing these strokes. Lift it up, take it back for every teeth. In this area, it will be difficult for you to place the toothbrush in such manner. So this is the way you can hold the toothbrush and do the brushing. But remember, our brain has a set timer of 45 seconds to brush the teeth, whereas we have to minimum brush the teeth for 2 minutes. You can divide your mouth into 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3 and 4, or you can divide the quadrants into 6 sextants, 20 seconds each or 30 seconds each for 4 quadrants, and minimum you have to overpower your brain timer of 45 seconds. So for that you can have a virtual timer, you can set a watch clock timer, or you can put a timer so that you brush properly for minimum of 2 minutes. After brushing, you can rinse your mouth and take out all the particles which are collected in your mouth after doing it for the upper and the lower teeth. Can I see some questions here? Okay, so how long should we brush our teeth? That's one question which has come. We have answered it. How long should we brush our teeth? We should brush our teeth for minimum 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes is very much desired to dislodge the plaque which is lodged between the teeth. Otherwise, if you are brushing for 45 seconds, it will not help cleaning the teeth. Which toothpaste should be used for brushing our teeth? Yes, a very good question which has come up. We should use fluoridated toothpaste to brush our teeth, but if the child is less than 3 years of age, the size of the toothpaste should be of a rice grain, because his swallowing reflex has not yet developed. So that to avoid the ingestion of fluoridated toothpaste into the child's mouth, we advise not to use more than a rice grain size of a toothpaste. But child whose swallowing reflex has developed, or an adult, for us 0.25 grams of toothpaste is more than enough to clean the teeth. और you can also measure it as a pea size. अब एक मटर के दाने जितना टूथपेस्ट हमारे दांत साफ करने के लिए ठीक रहता है. So how do these oral microbiota lead to this Alzheimer diseases or heart diseases? The plaque which is deposited in the mouth that transfers the systemic tissues and reaches the arteries, from where there is a plaque accumulation which leads to the atherosclerosis development, and the bloodstream, the lumen of the arteries gets narrowed down, because of which the oxygenated blood supply or the nutrients is reduced into the body, which leads to atherosclerosis. There was a strong correlation between oral diseases and Alzheimer's, and it was present since years. And scientists and researchers were always working out to come to a conclusion, and finally they found a gingival bacteria called as Porphyromonas gingivalis, which resides in the gums of all the individuals, is majorly the cause for development of Alzheimer disease. You know, my friends, neurons in our body do not multiply. So whatever neurons get affected by the Alzheimer disease into the hippocampus do not come back and regenerate. So what happened? What did the scientists do? They injected the P. gingivalis. Animals have to suffer a lot for us humans. So they injected the P. gingivalis into the gums of the animals, and which led to the development of Alzheimer's in the animals. After the Alzheimer's disease was developed in the animals, because the research was continuously going on, they released gingipains into the enamels, which was the causative agent for the Alzheimer's disease. Now they developed the gingipain inhibitor. This inhibitor, when was injected and induced into the animals, it not only reversed the Alzheimer process but also regenerated the neurons from the hippocampus. That means taking care of oral disease even after the disease has occurred has a bright chance of reversing the pathological process which has happened in the body, which is a ray of hope for all of us. If we start maintaining the oral health today, tomorrow we may not have diabetes, we may not have Alzheimer's, we may not have dementia in the body. And this oral diseases not only affects this much, it also leads to the premature rupture of the membrane. It also leads to the preeclampsia. It also leads to preterm low birth weight babies, as we discussed in the initial part of the talk today. Now, what should we do in the first place? Should we brush? Should we floss? So there are many theories which are running hand to hand, whether to brush initially or to floss initially. So the people who suggest floss pehle before then brush, they say if you take out the particle which is stuck between the two teeth before brushing the teeth, that leads to the reachability of fluoridated toothpaste well between the two teeth. Whereas the people who say brushing is better, first should be done and after that flossing should be taken over, they suggest that after we have removed the particles, the remnants of the fluoridated toothpaste which are there on the teeth, by flossing, that remnant reaches the space between the two teeth, and which is good for that. And for that reason, some marketing companies have also come up with the fluoridated flosses. But now what happens? Let us understand. There were many studies going on just to do what? So Dr. Mazhari also published, and there were many studies done. They took a group of many dental students, because they know how the hygiene measures have to be performed, and did many multiple studies and came to a conclusion. If you floss before brush, that causes enhanced reduction in the plaque formation in comparison to if you brush before flossing. So we all have to follow this method. Floss first, F is for first and floss is for F. So floss first and then brush your teeth, and you have to do it 2 times a day, one during night before sleep and one in the morning after you get up. Now there are many people who ask, should we brush after breakfast? Yes, you may brush, but it totally depends upon what have you had for the breakfast. If you are having starchy, sticky food for the breakfast, in spite of brushing after getting up, you have to brush 35 to 45 minutes after having a starchy or a sticky breakfast. But if you are having lots of fruits and sprouts in the breakfast, or your plate is only equipped with 15% of carbohydrates, then you can avoid brushing after breakfast. But yes, we would always recommend you to rinse thoroughly with water. Now again the question arises, why should we not brush immediately after having the breakfast? Because the food particles, they are raw lying in the body, in the mouth, and when you brush aggressively, there are chances, instead of taking them out with the help of brush, you may force them inside the pocket between the gum and the teeth. So it is always advised to wait for 45 minutes after having food before you brush the teeth. Now, what kind of toothpaste should be used? It is not only the fluoridated toothpaste we should use, my dear friends. We should also look for RDA. RDA stands for Relative Dentine Abrasivity Index, which is present in all the toothpaste. And before buying the toothpaste, please look at the RDA value on the toothpaste. It might be written in a very small letter on wherever they have written the composition or the ingredients of the toothpaste. This RDA value ranges from 0 to 70, which means it has a very, very low abrasive index. And then it is 70 to 100, which is a medium abrasive index. 100 to 150 is a high abrasive index. Anything more than 150 is harmful for our teeth. So whenever you buy a toothpaste, it should have less than 150 RDA. Generally, the toothpaste which are available in the market with big names The RDA values range from 80 to 150, but it is our duty before buying a toothpaste to check the RDA value. Without checking the RDA value, whether it is a whitening toothpaste or it is a herbal toothpaste, don't just buy a toothpaste. RDA value is equally important as is the importance of the ingredients of the toothpaste, such as fluoride, calcium carbonate, or whatever you are looking for, or the flavor or color of the toothpaste. Most important thing to pay attention is the RDA value of the toothpaste. Excuse me. So how long should we brush our teeth? We have checked on that. Any other question, my dear friends? I can't see any question coming up. I am available to answer the questions now. Yes, we can have information of uneven teeth if your teeth are crooked or uneven. जैसे हम एक plain surface को आराम से साफ कर सकते हैं हर्षित. We need to have smooth teeth to clean them properly. If your teeth are crooked or not aligned properly, we have to meet our dentist and get them aligned properly. We cannot clean those teeth properly if our teeth are aligned आगे पीछे or somewhere which are not in alignment. Non-aligned teeth cannot be cleaned by you at home every time. You need a professional help to clean it. And how long are you going to go for a professional help? Every month, because every month cleaning, even the dentist is not going to help you out. Please get your teeth corrected so that your teeth are aligned, you can maintain them well, and you can stay with them for a longer period of your life. If your teeth are crooked, you will end up losing them fast. How many times should we brush our teeth? We should minimum brush 2 times a day. That means one in the morning after we get up and one at night before sleep. Why is brushing teeth important? अगर हम दांत ब्रश नहीं करेंगे तो दो ही चीजें हो सकती है ना. या तो हम खाना बहुत अच्छा खाते हैं जो कि सेल्फ क्लिनजिबल है, जैसे हमने बात करी खीरा, गाजर, मूली, एप्पल. इस तरह के खाने खाने से हमारे दांत ऑटोमेटिकली साफ होते हैं. एक बाहर के देशों में देश है जहाँ पे एक कपल ने 2 साल से अभी तक अपने दांत ब्रश नहीं करे हैं, पर वो सारा समय सिर्फ रॉ वेजिटेबल्स और रॉ फ्रूट्स खा रहे हैं. तो उनके दांतों में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. योर टीथ विल बी शाइनी, क्लीन, एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. बट इफ यू आर ईटिंग प्रोसेस्ड फूड, एसिडिक फूड, कुक्ड फूड which sticks to your teeth or gums, or it is a sticky food, then you have to brush your teeth, or else you will suffer from lots of cavities and gum diseases. Okay, what happens if we don't brush our teeth? Discussed. How often should we change the toothbrush? A very, very good question. We should change our toothbrush the moment the bristles splay. The key is the moment the bristles splay, we should change the toothbrush. Why? Because whenever we receive the toothbrush, a packed toothbrush, the margins of the bristles are very round and gentle to our gums. If we polish our car, if we are doing a wax polish to the car, how do we want it to be done? Do we want it to be done with a very rough cloth which is dirty? No, we do not want. We want it to be done with a soft cloth which can give it the sheen. So similarly, the toothbrush should always be soft and not very hard, and the moment the bristles splays, that means it is now going to damage our teeth rather than protecting us. So we always have to use it the moment the bristles splay, or even if they have not splayed with the span of 3 months, then it is advisable to change the toothbrush every 3 months. And if it splays in 15 days, then you have to change it in the 15th day onwards. Okay, how to maintain good health by proper dental procedures? Proper dental procedures are visiting to the dentist, regularly getting your teeth checked, because your dentist comes to know before you know. You visit your dentist once you have pain or bleeding gums, but your dentist will diagnose your problem well before in advance and will guide you if you have a cavity or your crown or any of your tooth is chipped, and he can help you out in treating it. This 6 months regular dental visit is a must, so that your problems are diagnosed well in advance before you suffer from a toothache with which your night sleep is also disturbed. The World Health Organization recommends you have to visit your dentist every 6 months. Which brush should we use? Yes, Ashik, we should use soft toothbrush. Though some people believe that hard टूथब्रश से दांत अच्छे साफ होते हैं या ऐसे ब्रश करने से दांत अच्छे साफ होते हैं, बट ऐसा नहीं है. ऐसे करने से भी create certain gauges, niches in the tooth, which is an ideal environment for the microorganism to lodge themselves. So you should always brush in a circular motion, and you should use a soft toothbrush. Soft toothbrush is equally good as a hard one to dislodge the plaque and bacteria from the tooth surfaces. Time to discard toothbrush. Pahid, we discussed that we can discard at the moment the tooth bristles play, or it can be 15 days or it may be 3 months. In spite of brushing your teeth are yellow, Ashik, you need to visit your dentist soon. You can opt for tooth whitening, or he will guide you. Maybe there is some deposit which can go away. How to use mouthwash, means concentrated or diluted, and what time to use the mouthwash. Whenever you use a mouthwash, you should minimum have a gap of 45 minutes to 1 hour between the toothpaste as well as your meals. And mouthwashes are available in different concentrations. Certain mouthwashes are not to be diluted and certain can be diluted, for which your dentist will be the best guide. Certain salts have to be used undilutedly and certain can be diluted and used. Rita, you tell us what should we do for the yellow teeth, how to convert them into white. There are some home remedies present in your kitchen by which you can turn them little white. But for a really sparkling white smile, you have to visit your dentist. He or she will help you nicely to get a sparkly white teeth which will stay forever in your mouth, and they can also help you giving a stud or a diamond on a tooth which looks very beautiful. See your dentist today, call her up or call him up, do an audio or a video consult, and they will guide you on it. Yes? Any other question can I have? Okay. Are we done? How often should we change that? Am I left with any question? No. Mohit ji, do you have any question? Yes. Okay, friends. Thank you so much for being available on the talk. It was great pleasure having you, answering all your questions. And you can follow our page to further put up a query or a question there. Thank you and bye-bye.